Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to today's reading, which is all about three things that are changing in July. So we have to start getting to the July messages. Am I right? And July is going to be a big time. I mean, we have so much. We have the full moon in July, we have the new moon in July, and we have the nodes switching from Taurus to Aries Libra. And so that's going to be big, big. Okay. And particularly it's going to be big for me because I am having a nodal return this year. My north node is Aries. So if your north node is Aries, this is really going to be you moving more to your personal destiny and who you're supposed to step into. And that's what, Aries rules the house of self. So that's going to happen for a lot of us. But so I did a few things. Did a few things here, Sag, to kind of give you a peek. See, we're definitely seeing the zodiac energy because Venus is in Leo and it is retrograding in July. And, so there is going to be a lot of Leo energy. The fifth house is under the deck. It's kind of saying that you're going to really be getting a lot of attention, maybe even be the center of attention in July. And it has to do with your light. And it also has to do with vulnerability. Like, because I will tell you that Sagittarius really isn't a sign that too often kind of we don't like to share our flaws, right? But there seems to be a change in that, right? With the full reversed and the world, I feel like you learning that a way for you to achieve success is really by sharing the bad decisions you made. The full reversed is careless and impulsive and doesn't think things out, and I feel like you may be sharing some personal stories of how you didn't do things so well that actually gains a lot of attention. There's definitely this energy. Some of you might be moving because the full reverse with the world here, if you have been trying to move for some time, that may be happening. Just FYI, because both the Fool and the World are moving cards, and they're both Aries cards. So, this is really achieving more success in your life, and I feel like you may actually be overcoming making impulsive, careless decisions. But you definitely are getting a lot of attention in July. People are listening. So, there definitely is this what you say is having impact in July. And of course, the sun is vitality, it's your power, and it is your light. And, you know, I always think of Sagittarius as very light energy because even though it's masculine for sure, but we are very positive people. We tend to, our energy kind of, it's not that we're all high vibrational, it's just a lot. And it usually does attract attention. But I feel like this is really a new way for Sagittarius to be showing up by saying, look, I did this, right? And maybe even showing people how you overcame it can really help others, and you may really be getting attention for that. Yes, and solar calm here. You're going to find that things kind of are quieting down for you in July. You're getting more rest. You possibly don't feel overburdened. And it's with the Two of Swords and the Ten of Cups. The Two of Swords kind of like is what you don't see. It's inner conflict. I feel like whatever conflicts may have existed, that's no longer happening because it feels like pure happiness here. You know, um, of course, this could be working things out with a partner and things, going to a happier time. But I feel like what they're telling you is that there's a certain peace and calmness coming in that you really don't even see. Like things are turning around, and you really don't even see it coming. And that's maybe because things have been hard, maybe. And then we're seeing Pisces, which is emotional. Pisces is emotional energy. It's also the soul. It's also our dreams and creativity, all of the things, right? And there is definitely an emphasis on self-care, right? The Queen of Pentacles reversed with the Ace of Cups. You know, it's interesting, because the Queen of Pentacles reversed can talk about being too focused on maybe on your stability, you know, um, the physical things, because pentacles are all about money and stability and all of that stuff. And, reversed, it's really about focusing on ourselves. And I feel like this is having you focus less on perhaps money and paying your bills. And, maybe that has been the number one focus for you up till now. And now, but you're sitting in a little bit more heart-centered energy. And it could also speak of when you get in this heart-centered energy, there are going to be opportunities opening up to you. I was also feeling, kind of getting the message that someone that didn't maybe took advantage of you, there may be a turnaround in that department. Yeah. So let's see what's 3 things that are changing in love. So clock is here, which is about cycles, probably a long enduring cycle, right? Of healing, right? Because we're also seeing addiction. And I was really just feeling like that's karmic cycles in love, working themselves out. It's kind of like you don't feel chained to it anymore, and including don't really feel chained to healing. And part of, this karmic cycle in love was, it's kind of like you weren't respected, is what it feels like your voice wasn't heard. The 3 of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. This can also be that you've been working through some heartbreak, but more than that, like working on yourself. And it's been a process, probably a long process of standing up for yourself, putting yourself first, even in your relationships. There reminds me of this quote I saw one time: is I don't want to be your first priority, I want you to be your first priority. And I feel like that's the energy that Sagittarius has been moving in, because we give a little too much of ourselves in relationships. And I feel like you might really be standing in your truth and possibly being more vocal about things that hurt, like when someone hurts you, instead of like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. No, you hurt me, this is my boundary. And you're being more focused on personal boundaries with people, especially in relationships. And this was essential to breaking karmic cycles, which is bringing in love, unconditional love. This is bringing in an equal exchange of affection. So I definitely feel like you're attracting a person, okay? A person that you may come to, that is consistent, that there's unconditional love here. And, it's about, this is divine timing, temperance. This was meant to happen. This was meant to happen when you got aligned. And this is really about, because you've worked through this karmic cycle and you've kind of been patient, right? That's temperance. But also temperance has to do with being gentle with yourself, and you've been healing and you've been bringing everything into balance for yourself. And that is attracting someone who actually sees your worth, maybe a Libra, sees your worth and wants to give it to you. Okay, so that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Then we're seeing ship, cutting ties, moving on, getting what you need, progression. And I feel like all of those things are happening for you, Sagittarius. I mean, you're moving on from people who don't see you. Five of Wands, I don't want to fight about it anymore. You don't see me, so I'm gonna keep it stepping, and focused on what you want, not what everyone else wants. Which the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. This is this person also, but this also can be more than one person. It's really about taking charge of your romantic life by, attracting someone who is stable, someone who is loyal, someone who wants to build and who wants to take the time to do so. I mean, this doesn't have to be people, this could just be the energy. But this is what's happening for you in July, and it's absolutely beautiful. And you may actually be moving towards something committed. Definitely. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. July's looking beautiful.